Hello friend, I'm Samadhi back to a new tutorial video regarding IS456-2000. So last video we talked about the concrete corbel, then we talked about the dip bin, then we discussed about the reaped slab, you can say hollow slab. Today I will talk about the flat slab. Okay, so first is your general consideration. Let me change the color of the pencil. The term flat slab means a reinforced concrete slab with or without drop, supported generally without beam by column with or without flare column heads. That means flat slab means a concrete slab with reinforcement. With reinforcement. So that we did the design for one-way slab, two-way slab. Basically, as per IS code, this is known as flat slab. Maybe there is some drop, may not be there some drop. Okay, a flat slab may be solid slab or may have recessed form on the soffit so that the soffit compromise a series of reefs in two directions. That means first there are some reefs, then there will be some slab. Okay. For the purpose of the clause, the following definition shall apply. Column strip. The column strip means a design strip having width of 0.25 L but not greater than 0.25 L on each side of the column center line. L1 and L2. Okay, L1, L2. Where L1 is the span in the direction of movement are being determined, measure center to center support, L2 in span transverse, measure center to center. That means suppose this is your slab. If this is your L1, then this is your L2. Okay, this is your L1, this is your L2. Okay, middle strip. So this is your column strip. Column strip means suppose this is column. For this strip, L1, L2 is this. So column width is 0.25 L2 but not greater than 0.25 L1. That is the condition. Now we talk about the middle strip. Middle strip means a design strip bounded on each of its opposite sided by the column strip. Panel. The panel means the part of the slab bounded on each its four side symbol. Proportioning. The thickness of flat slab. The thickness of flat slab shall be generally controlled by consideration of span effective depth ratio. The slab with drops conforming shall be multiplied 0.9 for this purpose. But minimum thickness of slab shall be 125 mm. So that means flat slab, that means reinforcement. So we normally encounter with the flat slab in the site because in every slab you find some reinforcement. So minimum thickness of any kind of slab, any kind of flat slab or reinforced slab is 125 mm. That is very much important. Sometimes you say find the 75 mm thickness. 75 mm thickness. This is, yeah, maybe right, but as per IS456 it is completely wrong because IS told us the minimum span should be 125 mm. The drops, when provided, shall be rectangular in plane and have length in each direction not less than 1/3 of the panel. Okay. Column head. When column heads are provided, the portion of a column head which lie in the largest right circular cone pyramid, the vertex angle should be 90 degree and can include entirely within the outline of the column. The vertex angle should be 90 degrees. This is another important thing. Now the main thing is determine the bending moment, because with the help of the bending moment we can calculate the tension reinforcement. Okay, the direct design method 30 equivalent frame method specified. Okay, fine. Bending moments in panel and marginal beams one, where the slab supported by a marginal beam with a depth greater than 1.5 times the thickness of the slab or by a wall, then okay, this is your vertex angle 90 degree. This is your vertex angle 90 degree. See, the total load to be carried by the beam or wall shall comprise those load directly on the wall plus uniform distributed load equal to 1/4 of the total load on the slab. The bending moments, the half column strip adjacent the beam wall shall 1/4 of the bending moment for the first interior column strip. Transform on the bending moment. This is your formula, but I never saw this kind of question. Now direct design method. Limitation. Slab system design direct design method shall fulfill there shall a minimum 3 continuous span. Remember, the panel shall be rectangular and the ratio of the longer span or shorter span should be not greater than 2.0. It shall permissible to offset column to maximum 10% of the span in the direction of the offset. The successive span length in each direction shall not differ by more than 1/3 of the longer span. The end span may be shorter but longer the interior span. This is the total design moment, that is the WL/8. How WL/8 is coming? It is simple thing is that the moment should be WL square by 8, where the design load on area, and so you can say WL into L by 8. WL is your total design load. That is why WL by 8. Circular support, treated square support having same area. Okay, remember this thing. When the transverse span of the panel on the other side of center line support varies, L2 shall be taken as the average of the transverse. Negative design moment 0.65, positive design moment 0.35. Okay, this thing never, and this is also. So we'll start from no need of this. Okay, one more thing. Permissible modify this design moment up to 10%. You can modify. Okay, now we talk about the equivalent frame method. The bending moment and the shear force may be determined by ANSYS structure as a continuous frame. Following assumption, the structure shall be considered made equivalent frame on column lines taken longitudinally transversely through the building. Each frame consists of a row equivalent column support, simple like this. Loading pattern. Loading pattern, no, the structure shall be analyzed with load concept. Okay, fine. The negative design moment. The negative design moment greater a distance greater than 0.175 L1 from here. It's an important thing. Modification factor you can avoid. And interior support, the column strips shall be designed for resist 75% of total negative moment. Positive moment should be 60%. This is very important. Shear in the flat slab distance should be d by 2. In the column or beam, this is the d, but for slab it is d by 2. Shear stress tau v shall be some of the value calculated according to this v by b naught. Okay. Permissible shear stress. Here the formula tau is equal to 0.25 root f secant. Limit state method and working stress method 0.16 root f secant. Sometimes they ask question from this here, someone asked from here. So kindly remember which one is for limit state method and which one is for working stress method. Okay, but less than 1.5 Tc, shear reinforcement shall be provided. If the shear stress exceeds 1.5 Tc, the flat stress shall be redesigned. Okay, so that tau c value is less than 1.5 Tc, then you have to provide the shear reinforcement. But if more than 1.5 115 TC, then you have to redesign. Now we'll talk about slab reinforcement. The spacing of the bar shall not be exceed 2 times of slab thickness. It's a very famous question for any kind of state examination, probably for J. When drops are used, then the thickness of the drop, thickness slab plus 1/4 of the distance between the edge to drop. Minimum length of reinforcement. Okay, not a thing. Okay, when we do the calculation for two-way slab, then we need this value. All slab reinforcement perpendicular to a discontinuous cell. Okay, for positive reinforcement, not less than 150 mm exceed that with the fabric reinforcement. Width of the support 50 mm. Negative reinforcement, okay, when the slab is not supported. Okay, opening in the flat slab, opening inside. No, you can skip it. So well, this is all about the video. In the next video, I'll talk about the walls. So till then, if any kind of doubt, do comment in the comment section. I will definitely get back to you. And yeah, meet with a next video that is regarding wall. Thank you for watching this video.